G'day, welcome to Todd's Kitchen. Who said cake pops are just made out of cakes? They're so easy to do, and as long as it's on a stick, it's a pop. So join me today as I make my version of a pancake pop. Now we're going to start this off by preparing our 3 separate items that we're going to use for this recipe. And the first one's going to be our cinnamon swirl filling. So into a mixing bowl, I'm going to place in 4 tablespoons or half a stick of butter, followed by a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and half a tablespoon of ground cinnamon. Then give it a good mix until it's completely combined. Next we're going to make our cream cheese glaze. So again, into a mixing bowl I'm going to place in 4 tablespoons or half a stick of butter, followed by about 55 grams of softened cream cheese, 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar, and about a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And again, give it a good mix until it's well combined. Now finally we're going to make the pancake batter. So lastly, into a mixing bowl we're going to place in 1 cup of milk, followed by 1 egg, a tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 cup of self-raising flour or plain flour with a teaspoon of baking powder, and lastly just some salt to enhance the flavour. And of course just mix it through until it's well combined. So now I have a pan on the stove and it's on a medium heat, so just over medium. So we're just going to give it just a quick grease. Then just pour on a little bit of our batter, just like so. Not too much because they are small, remember. Okay, so once you've poured it on, give it about say 10 seconds. Next we're going to use one of these cake pop sticks. Now I find these actually pretty heat resistant, so they should be fine on your pan. So just carefully place it on just like so. Careful not to touch the pan, of course. Now if you find there's still a little bit protruding on the top there, just simply add a little bit more batter just on top just to cover it up. So we're just going to let that cook away for another say 20 seconds or so. We're just going to wait till it starts to bubble on top. And now as you can see, it is just starting to bubble. So I've got our cinnamon mixture here. I've got it in a Ziploc bag that I've just cut the tip off. And we're just going to make our circle. Just do it very carefully, take your time, there's no rush. And just let that sit there for a few more seconds, just until the pancake, hotcake starts to dry up just a little bit more on the outside. Now once it's dried up a little bit more, just very carefully, flip it over. And we're just going to let that cook there for about another 20 seconds or so, and it's ready to take off. Now you can do more than one at a time, of course. It just depends on the size of the pan and the size of the pancakes themselves. Now all that's left is we just have to place on some of our lovely cream cheese mixture. Now there we have some very yummy, very delicious cinnamon roll cake pop hotcakes. And I can tell you they actually taste better than they look. Now if you've ever had cinnamon rolls, and well most people have, you'll know how delicious they taste. And as a lot of you would know, in the past I've also made cinnamon roll hotcakes. But I thought, how can you make it even more fun? And I think I've succeeded. So apart from the fact that I can proudly say this is my own creation, but I can also say that they taste simply delish. So they're not only very fun to make, they look fantastic, and they taste fantastic. So thank you for watching this episode of Todd's Kitchen. As always, I'll leave a list of ingredients down below, as well as links to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Home Handy Hints channel. And please do me a massive favour by giving this video a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another delicious recipe.